full-time MMA?
MMA.
Nothing
Yeah.
else?
My life, man, yeah.
Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time
MMA.
Holy flying flipping flapjacks, UFC 219 is starting to get stacked. Freak, Daniel Cormier versus Volkan Oezdemir is reported is already the contract is already signed, and this is I believe. Now I'm gonna say this, and they told me I was stupid last time. I said now this is the Irish Sun or something reporting on Conor McGregor. They seem reputable. And they're like, yo, that's the Irish TMZ. I was my dumbass. I'm thinking, oh, it's fucking Irish reporting on Conor. They ain't gonna lie. I'm dumbass. I'm stupid. So. But now the people who are reporting this, I believe is the Swedish media. Now Alexander Gustafsson, a lot of people wanted to see fight Daniel Cormier next for the title, so they've got to tell their fans why. You know, and see, I'll talk about that in a second. They got to let them know, hey, this is why Alexander Gustafsson's not getting the fight, and this is what's going down. So this is what the report said. To all the disappointment to Sweden fans, it seems that Alexander Gustafsson will not get his rematch against light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier. According to information from Kimura's sources, Daniel Cormier is scheduled to meet number 2 Volkan Oezdemir in December. Our sources confirm that both fighters have signed the match contract. They will meet at UFC 219 December 30th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Dun dun dun. So this sounds pretty fucking official. They said Kimura. So it's they say the reliable Swiss media outlet of Kimura.se. So they're saying it's a reliable Swiss media outlet. It's not the TMZ of Swiss media. So with that being said, and I believe this because before Daniel Cormier got his title back, he was saying, hey, the UFC already offered me a fight. If I would have been in training camp already and then found out I was getting the title back, that would have been a shitty situation. You know, I had a lot of extra shit going on during my training camp, so I'm glad I didn't take the fight. So Daniel Cormier, even though he got his egg scrambled against John Jones with that fucking vicious knockout and them extra punches after the bell, and they had a little extra oomph to him because John Jones popped for steroids after their fight, you know, I'm a little surprised to see Daniel Cormier back in 2017. I personally would have been fine with him, you know, taking 1 or 2 more months off, you know, coming back January or February. A lot of shit has happened. But at the same time, he's like, hey, I'm trying to get in where I fit in and try and get as many title fights as I can before I'm out the door. That's what I'm thinking, because Cormier's what, 39, 40, successful career. Daniel Cormier, he don't need to fight much longer. So he's trying to get probably, you know, as many title fights as he can. That's a possibility here. That could be why he's taking the fight so soon. He could fucking, I don't know, it could be a pride thing. Like, fuck that. I'm not about to let everybody know my fucking eggs are recovering and shit. I'm recovering my fucking brains and shit. I don't know what it is, but I honestly, let me know what you think in the comments. I honestly would have been fine with him sitting out until early 2018. That's what I was under the impression was going to happen. I mean, but I believe he'll fight at UFC 219. Now we can talk about that fight for a second versus Volkan Oezdemir. Volkan No Time Oezdemir. Volkan Oezdemir only has 3 fights in the UFC. 2 of those, his most 2 recent wins, are both fucking vicious knockouts over top contenders Misha Serkinov and Jimmy Manawa. Fucking brutal knockouts. The first one was in 28 seconds. I believe he knocked out Jimmy Manawa in the first round, if I'm not mistaken, too, as well. So, I mean, dude's knocking people out. He is scrambling eggs. And what just happened to Daniel Cormier versus John Jones? Eggs scrambled. So this is an interesting matchup. If Daniel Cormier gets caught he's coming back a little, who knows? Is he coming back a little too early? Who knows? I mean, if he is, Volkan Ozdemir's got that potential, but so does Alexander. I mean, I personally was down for the Gustafsson fight, but I'm fine with this. I mean, it's a new competition. Volkan Ozdemir's pretty cool. I like him. And so with that being said, to UFC 219. I mean, they already got what? Dominic Cruz versus Jimmy Rivera. Daniel Cormier versus Volkan Oezdemir. Who else is on that card? Another big fight. Oh yeah, Carlos Condit's coming back versus Neil Magny. They're talking about Conor McGregor possibly being on that card. And I'll tell you what, for Daniel Cormier to be signing on for Daniel Cormier and Dominic Cruz to be signing on that December 30th card, they must know something we don't know. Daniel Cormier likes fighting on those big time cards. And if it's not going to be John Jones, and for him to not want the rivalry with Gustafsson, bro, there must be somebody on that card that's big time. You know what I'm saying? Dominic Cruz, we were under the impression he was down to wait for the TJ Dillashaw Cody Garbrandt winner and try and fight the winner of that fight. He's coming back and fighting Jimmy Rivera, a very game opponent. Dark horse, 19-20 fight win streak. Fucking only loss in Jimmy Rivera's career was his very first professional fight. Beat Uriah Faber, who he just beat somebody else in like the top 5. Jimmy Rivera is fucking one of my favorite fighters. Fucking, he's not on a lot of people's radar yet for some reason, but he's on the way. Especially this fight versus Dominic Cruz. And I'm saying all this to say, for Dominic Cruz and Daniel Cormier to be signing on to UFC 219, I'm thinking Conor McGregor's coming back, baby, before 2018. I'm thinking he's going to be on Las Vegas, UFC 219. Holy shit, it's going to have Conor probably versus Tony Ferguson, I'm guessing. I know they want Nate Diaz. I know his team wants Nate Diaz, but Tony Ferguson's the interim champion, so that's who Conor can defend that belt shut. Literally, if whenever Conor McGregor, if he beats Tony Ferguson, it would literally shut everybody up. Because then he can say he defended a title, and he can say he's fucking beat Tony Ferguson, who beat everybody else, even though it doesn't literally mean he's cleared out the division. Nobody can beat Tony Ferguson, and Conor McGregor could. So that means a lot. And it would shut everyone up that says he didn't defend a belt ever. Excuse me, man. But you get the fucking point. I think Conor McGregor's coming back December 30th. For Daniel Cormier and Dominic Cruz to sign on to this card. I don't think they're just signing on December 30th. I mean, who else? We know the UFC wants a huge card. Who else is huge for that fucking card? What other fights could happen? George St. Pierre versus Robert Whittaker? That could still be on the card. GSP and Conor on the card. They can both defend their belts versus the interim title holder, and then if they both win, call each other out. What do you mean? I mean, let's fucking go, dude. It is what it is. I gotta quit screaming, dog. It's like fucking 3 in the morning and everybody else is asleep. I'm downstairs in the office and shit. Kids got school in the morning. What the fuck? It is what it is, dog. This is what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I'm out. The dudes hating on the full-time family are the type of dudes that leave comments on porn websites.
Bye, Felicia.